Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll dive deep into one of the most influential gaming brands in history, PlayStation. From its humble beginnings as an ambitious side project at Sony to becoming a dominant player in the gaming industry, PlayStation has transformed the landscape of entertainment. But beyond the games and consoles, we'll explore the financial strategies, innovations, and challenges that made PlayStation the juggernaut it is today. The story of PlayStation began in the early 1990s when Sony decided to break into the gaming industry. Initially, PlayStation was supposed to be a collaboration between Sony and Nintendo, but after the deal fell through, Sony went solo. The result? A brand that would redefine gaming forever. Sony wasn't originally a video game company. In the early 90s, the gaming industry was dominated by companies like Sega and Nintendo. However, Sony recognized an opportunity in the growing market for home entertainment. The original PlayStation, launched in 1994, became the first console to sell over 100 million units worldwide. Initially, Sony and Nintendo had planned a joint venture to develop a CD-ROM for the Super Nintendo. However, after Nintendo backed out, Sony decided to proceed alone, leading to the creation of the original PlayStation. The PlayStation 1 became a massive financial success for Sony. In the mid-1990s, the company's revenue grew significantly due to the console's popularity. The gaming division, which had once been a risky venture, now contributed a substantial portion of Sony's profits. By the late 90s, Sony had solidified its place as a gaming leader. The release of the PlayStation 2 in 2000 marked a turning point not just for Sony, but for the entire gaming industry. The PS2 is still the best-selling console of all time, with over 155 million units sold globally. But the success wasn't just in numbers, it was also in strategy. Sony used the PS2 to push forward the adoption of DVD technology. By integrating a DVD player into the console, Sony attracted not only gamers but also movie lovers. This dual-purpose use of the PS2 made it a household entertainment center, further driving its sales. The PlayStation 2 was a cash cow for Sony, generating billions in revenue over its lifespan. By 2002, Sony's gaming division accounted for more than half of the company's operating profits. The console's long lifespan, it was supported until 2013, ensured steady income for over a decade. The PS2's lifespan was so long that some games were still being released for years after the launch of the PlayStation 3. However, not everything was smooth sailing. The launch of the PlayStation 3 in 2006 was one of the most challenging periods in Sony's gaming history. Sony made several risky decisions with the PS3, including integrating expensive hardware like the Blu-ray player and the complex cell processor. These decisions drove up manufacturing costs, resulting in a high launch price of $599, which was significantly more expensive than the Xbox 360, its main competitor. Following the disappointing launch of the PS3, Sony's stock price took a hit, and the company had to absorb heavy losses. In its first year, the PlayStation 3 reportedly lost Sony more than $3 billion due to high production costs and lackluster sales. Sony quickly responded by reducing the price, simplifying the hardware, and focusing on exclusive games like Uncharted and God of War. By 2011, the PlayStation 3 had recovered, eventually selling 87 million units globally by the end of its lifecycle. The PlayStation 3 was initially so difficult to develop games for that many third-party developers struggled, leading to some games being inferior to their Xbox counterparts in the early years. After learning from the mistakes of the PlayStation 3, Sony executed a flawless launch for the PlayStation 4 in 2013. Priced at $399, $100 cheaper than the Xbox One, it immediately gained a competitive edge. The PlayStation 4 focused on ease of development, an extensive library of games, and strong online services. Sony's revenue surged during the PlayStation 4 era. By 2018, Sony's gaming division was contributing over 20% of the company's total revenue. PlayStation Plus, Sony's subscription service, also became a major profit driver, with over 45 million subscribers by 2020. The PlayStation 4's success was so overwhelming that it outsold the Xbox One by more than 2-to-1 globally. The PlayStation 5, launched in 2020, represents the next generation of gaming. With advanced hardware like ray tracing, ultra-fast SSDs, and support for 4K gaming, the PS5 has been a massive success despite global supply chain issues. The PlayStation 5 has been a significant financial win for Sony. By 2023, the company's gaming division was generating more than $25 billion annually, making it one of the most profitable segments of the business. Despite supply shortages, the PlayStation 5 remains one of the fastest-selling consoles in Sony's history, with units flying off shelves within minutes of being available online. PlayStation is more than just a gaming console brand. It represents Sony's strategic shift toward digital services. The rise of PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, its cloud gaming service, shows how Sony is positioning itself for the future of gaming, which is leaning heavily toward digital and cloud-based experiences. With increasing competition from Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass and the rise of cloud gaming platforms, Sony faces new challenges. The next few years will be crucial as the company adapts to the shifting landscape of digital gaming. Bring in financial analysts or gaming industry experts to discuss how Sony's PlayStation division will navigate the future of gaming, especially in terms of its financial model, subscription services, and the competition with cloud-based services. PlayStation's journey, from a risky side project to one of the most profitable gaming brands in the world, is a testament to Sony's ability to innovate and adapt. With billions of dollars in revenue, iconic franchises, and a massive fan base, PlayStation shows no signs of slowing down. However, the future remains uncertain, and how Sony navigates the digital era will determine its next chapter. PlayStation is one of the most important brands in the video game industry, belonging to Sony Corporation, a company listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol Sony. Here are some relevant financial data points about PlayStation in the context of Sony and its impact on the stock market. PlayStation is one of Sony's most profitable divisions, generating a large percentage of the company's total revenue. In recent years, the PlayStation product line, including consoles, software, online services, and others, has been a key revenue driver, especially with the release of the PlayStation 5. In the fiscal year 2022, Sony's Game and Network Services segment, which includes PlayStation, generated approximately $27 billion in revenue. Sony has seen significant growth in its stock value due to the success of its consoles and the PlayStation ecosystem, including services like PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Network. Growth in digital game sales and online services has helped Sony compensate for any downturns in hardware sales. Sony's stock value has experienced significant fluctuations related to PlayStation's performance. The release of new consoles, such as the PS5, often positively impacts stock prices due to high demand. Despite its success, PlayStation has faced challenges, such as the semiconductor shortage, which affected the production and distribution of the PlayStation 5. This, in turn, impacted revenue expectations and caused fluctuations in Sony's stock price. Increasing competition from other companies, such as Microsoft with Xbox and its Game Pass service, also presents challenges for PlayStation in terms of innovation and market retention. PlayStation remains a dominant player in the global console market. As of August 2023, Sony was estimated to have sold over 40 million PS5 units, reinforcing its leadership position. The video game and digital services segments have been among the fastest-growing areas, helping Sony solidify its position as a leading company in the digital entertainment sector, positively impacting its stock price. With the ongoing trend towards digitalization and the expansion of services like cloud gaming, Sony is focusing its strategy on increasing PlayStation Plus subscriptions and creating exclusive content for its platforms. This could continue driving its stock market growth. The next evolution of consoles or online services, such as the anticipated PS6 or improvements to the gaming ecosystem, will be key to maintaining or increasing its stock valuation. What are your thoughts on PlayStation's future? Do you think they will maintain their dominance, or will Xbox and other platforms catch up? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the financial and strategic workings of the world's biggest companies. Join us next time as we explore more fascinating stories behind the world's biggest companies.